As we approach the 5th year of the pandemia, it has fallen upon me to deliver to you the 3-minute explanatory apologia to the 4-decade-long serial Chang and a Void Moon, a guide for the perplexed. I am perhaps the most perplexed. There is no way into this story, but there is no way out of it either. So, I was just coming down off a great plastic surgery high when I suddenly woke up in the middle of the yearly vote by all the characters to kill off the character of Chang. But they know that in this story, you can be killed countless times but never die. They hope desperately, year after year, for the courage to break the spell, but we're all too greedy here for anything near courage. So anyway, I am Pacablo. I have changed my name and dyed my hair yellow to escape the plague that is Chang. I've had several face jobs, and I look nothing like the original Pacablo you all remember so well. I'll start by giving the traditional invocation. Strange, beautiful grass of green, with your majestic silver seas, your mysterious mountains I wish to see closer. May I land my kinky machine? Although your world wonders me with its majestic and superior cackling hen, your people I do not understand. So to you I will put an end, and you will never hear surf music again. Okay, so that's done. And yeah, the Salvatore Mundi look. 48 months of lockdown. Get over it. You of course can see that I am currently holed up inside the dusty rotunda of our family's turgid and inexact replica of the Pantheon. It's the last structure left on our devastated island chain of Estados Escondidos. As you can see, the dome has been poorly repaired, hideously redecorated. The last time you may have seen it was at the very moment of its collapse during the Elf War in 1988. I seem to be alone in here, but I sense the Infanta is lurking about. Who is the Infanta, you ask? Okay, let's start there. She was adopted by my grandmother, the Contessa Isabella, after she heard her singing in the streets of Rio de Janeiro. The Infanta's age is unknown. She could be 7, she could be 40. We can see and hear her, but of course, traditionally you, the audience, cannot. Whatever. The Contessa, as most of you may not know, wrote the song Ventura Highway for the Eagles. Oh no, I mean the group America. America. She wrote Desperado for the Eagles, yes? Yes, she did. I'll give a few highlights. In 1946, Chang married the Contessa in Saigon. He tried to kill her 5 times. They were divorced a year later. In 1938, in the Philippines, Chang ambushed a car carrying the Contessa's parents, killing the Contessa's father, Octavio. He blamed it on a disaffected group of peasants. By the way, Chang has diplomatic immunity in at least 50 countries. Okay, I'll skip ahead, way ahead. Here's episode number 56. Chang, Fangitu, Almondine, and my mother, Svetlana, arrive in New York for the 2004 Republican Convention. The character of Dr. Sabartez is stuck in Fallujah selling rocket launchers and misses the convention. Chang is snubbed by Mr. Rumsfeld. Antonio has an affair with Almondine at the Ritz-Carlton. Chang arranges that Lolita, his former wife, be invited to sing at the convention closing ceremony. She sings War Pigs by Black Sabbath. Oh my God, the sun is coming up. Infanta, come on, let's get out of here. We'll pick up the story later. To be continued. The Infanta and I are getting in the last car left on the island. The character of Almondine, a record producer, is going to pick us up in a rowboat at daybreak. I can't tell you where we're going because we don't know. We are intersomnia between one dream and the next. I'm sorry I'm in such a dementia pandemiosis, but I've been in a K-hole since '86. We'll catch up with you later.
Don't pay attention to that Picablo, he's an idiot. My name is Umyoshenka, son of Chang, last among unequals. As you know, Chang killed me 3 times. The last time Chang killed me was in 2003. The Fotai, the Friends of the Infanta, were performing their annual benefit presentation of West Side Story. 150 of the childlike and ethereal foci were also killed. All the Chang characters were implicated. It happened near the end of the show. I was performing the part of Tony and... And so thusly, I am intersomnia, between one dream and the next. All of us have the right of returning into this story, so I have returned again. At the moment, I am a garçonnet privé at an establishment on the island of Stromboli. More later. My clients are calling me.
Chang, what are you doing in the Pantheon? There's a lockdown. How did you get in here?
There's a back door no one knows about. I had it put in during the Mussolini years. It's for private viewings and quick escapes, 3 coins at the fountain and all that shit.
You built Mussolini's bunker for him, didn't you? I found it too small and dull, and the ventilation was unsightly. You remember that cocktail party he had down there once? We all had to wear gas masks. There was dust in the margaritas, tasteless. I had to detox in a Cartesian nunnery. Still have nightmares. Wish I had one of those gas masks now.
It wasn't so bad. You met your dear husband Antonio at that cocktail party, didn't you?
Yes, it ruined my life, and now I'm stuck in this hulk of a Pantheon. When I met Antonio, I think he was with Mrs. Krupp, or was it Brunhilde Kushner? I always got them mixed up. It's freezing in here.
Put on a fur.
All my furs were confiscated by those rude Greenpeace people, trolling the empty streets looking for guilty faces. I need that fur more than the animal that it came from. Can't they see it's early spring?
There's a chill in the air.
It's more than a chill.
How did you get into the Pantheon, and what are you doing here?
I've been living in here for the last week with the Infanta.
What's she doing in here?
She got us in through the Porta di Hermaphrodite.
How did she know about that?
The foci.
The dreaded foci, friends of the Infanta. They're everywhere these days. I heard Gaga and Sia are with them now. Those twisted sisters. I'll have their wings.
As you know, the foci date back to the time of the Caesars.
Svetlana, we have to stick together.
And I want to swing from the chandelier. The Infanta's not so bad.
She doesn't have any money. All her bank vaults were sealed.
By who?
You know who.
How could you? She had all of her face masks in there, 50,000 of them. I had to lend her one of my mascara Gucci's.
I wish I had never sold this place. I kind of like it.
I'm getting to like her, but I still hate her. It's a free post-Obama, post-dramatic world now. Aren't we allowed to hate? It's one of our most precious freedoms. People have given their lives to fight for the right to hate, and so I will hate her. And those snobby college students who stole my furs. I suppose we could go back to Fendi. I saw a beautiful leopard skin blanket. Couldn't they have thought to heat this hulk? And that hole in the ceiling? What's that about?
Infanta, come here. Come here. She shot at me.
You know she loathes you.
You loathe me.
Yes, I do. But I know you need me to get Picablo's tar pit shares.
Oil? Petro? You think that it's worth jack shit now, y'all?
Y'all, it is. They're going to use every drop of oil they can till it runs out because it's already sitting there. They don't have to invest in any of those ridiculous windmills and...
Opium?
I'm so over opium. It's so Edgar Allan Poe, Phantom of the Opera, Scheherazade.
Valium.
Don't try to hook me up with any of your candy.
How about that delivery boy?
He's not for sale. He's working for the Infanta now. He's bringing over a delivery of Fendi bags as we speak. We're going to open a stall in front of the Vatican.
Francis won't allow that.
We already made a deal with Ratzinger. We bought him off for a pair of Fendi whips and a Gucci straitjacket.
Cheap. And who's going to buy this Fendi? The streets are empty.
There's tons of stupid renegade Americans stuck in Rome. They'll buy anything, they're so depressed.
Hello? Jared? I didn't call you, you called me. Why didn't you call me earlier? I'm in the Pantheon. It's a bad connection. Call me later. No, you cannot buy it for your 666 project. I will not put another dime into 666. Call me later. And don't put that Munchkin guy on the conference call. I know he's there with you. I can hear him chewing a Snickers bar. Grotesque. Isn't Julio Iglesias buried here?
I thought so. It's so dark in here. Is it day or night?
They all run together these days.
I see something moving over there.
What is it?
It's the Infanta. She's taking a selfie in front of the tomb of the unknown fascist.
Infanta, don't come here. It's bad luck.
Shall we order some pizza?
I'll see what I can do.
I'll have a pepperoni.
Infanta, what do you want? Halves of a pizza? I don't think they have that, dear. I'll ask. I met a young art student, very talented, who can forge me some Caravaggios.
I'll take a small Raphael.
You have 3. They're so cheesy. What do you see in that painter?
Oh, please. Just a small Madonna or something for the inside of my Fendi suitcase.
Lucy in the sky with diamonds. Lucy in the sky with diamonds. Lucy in the sky.
I'm a little red rooster, too lazy to crow for day. I am a little red rooster, too lazy to crow for day.
What is that violinist doing in here? Has he been vetted?
Completely. He doesn't understand English, so we can say whatever we want. He has no idea what he is singing. He learned it all phonetically.
Why is he looking at us that way? Like he's trying to tell us a message.
I think he's just flirting with you.
He's a spy, I tell you. I think I recognize him from Moscow. But you're recording this, aren't you?
You know I record all my conversations. Well, I'm so glad you got out of Rome. I was there for the Pope's coronation in the 30s, and now I avoid all imperial cities. All that broken statuary is terrifying.
I chartered the last plane out of Rome before the entire city was engulfed in mozzarella. And yes, my dear, the very next day I was in the Rose Garden, and that poem struck me like a bolt of lightning. A bolt of lightning, I tell you.
But I thought you liked poetry.
Oh, no. I don't like poetry. Don't like it at all.
I think the antelope tartare is sending you in the wrong direction.
It's unpleasant, inelegant. I won't have it.
Then have the Bosnian caviar.
The nonsensical putting together and taking apart of logic. Why must we take logic apart?
I think you're sending me into a migraine.
What about the Ukraine? Don't get me started. And get that caviar out of here.
¿La puedo ayudar en algo? ¿Un poquito de vino? ¿Un poquito de caviar? ¿Un tequilita?
Oh, nothing. My migraine.
Migraine. Well, I can see if you're going to make this all about yourself.
Then we will eat our lunch in silence, and I hate the sound of chewing.
Are we eating lunch?
We have our own salon privé at the Four Seasons overlooking the park.
Special Victims Unit?
Why do you always call it that?
Doom with a view.
Now sit up and eat your antelope.
Oh, I don't like melon, dear.
You are holding a silver fork with the tiniest morsel of sweet summer antelope.
Oh, I thought it was a shovel.
Svetlana, please, what are you? Some sort of a grave digger? With such melancholy.
Yes. Yes, I do think we are digging graves with our forks. Our own, perhaps, but certainly the graves of others.
Who do you think you are, Antigone?
If I am Antigone, then you are Medusa.
Then if I am Simon, you are Garfunkel. I think we will get the check and get out of here. I'm calling your psychopharmacologist immediately.
Oh, I fired her last year.
Well, that explains it. We need to get you back under control. Put that fork down. Do not point it at me. Thank you. Now, would you like a nice crepe for dessert?
With creme fraiche and mortadella.
Svetlana, do not start this again.
It's quite lovely with mortadella. You know, it was Pope Pius's secret pleasure. The Contessa told me that.
Okay, we're leaving. I've called the ambulancia to take you to Rikers.
Oh, I don't like that hotel at all. It's stuffy and the staff is so rude.
Check, please, garçonette. I'm going back to my apartment in Paris.
On second thought, I think I will have some of that caviar.
But I've called the ambulancia and security.
Cancel them. I'm so hungry. I think my lithium and steroid cocktail has kicked in.
What were we talking about? Chanel? Gautier? Antigone?
Now, when did you move to Malibu?
Last week, I bought a house sight unseen.
And get me a margarita.
Did you want that crepe?
Oh, I hate crepes. A stupid French idea, the stupidest thing they've done except for Napoleon. What are we doing here? Is there a reason we're having lunch together? And no, I don't have any more of that bootleg vaccine. The next delivery from Manila arrives Wednesday.
¿La puedo ayudar en algo, señora? ¿Qué desea?
Aren't you still getting $1 million a month in alimony from Chang?
Yes, for the next 50 years.
What did you do with all that money?
Oh, I don't know. I just keep buying things and traveling. I bought an elephant last year.
Where is it?
Well, it was in the backyard for a while, but then I sold it to a restaurant formerly owned by your son, Picablo.
Oh, Picablo would never own a restaurant.
He bought the elephant for half a pound of cocaine, or his intermediary did.
This sounds like one of Dr. Sabertez's bushmeat schemes.
Oh, I just spoke to her last week. She's touring with the Bunker Hop Boys. She's made a fortune pumping up those dinosaur boy band things.
What is she giving them?
I think it's something she cooked up in her Mind Institute in Switzerland. Part hypnotism.
I spoke to her last week. She said she was in Malibu.
She moved to Geneva last year. She bought a lake. I bought her house in Malibu.
Why is she lying to me, and why did Picablo buy an elephant from you? And her house is a dump. It's infested with bats. Bats, I tell you. I stayed there once. I spent the night in the closet. It was a nightmare. I don't know how Dumbledore did it all those years.
Sabartez used it as one of her bat sanctuaries. She is very famous for her collection of white bats. John Lennon bought a pair from her. They are still living in the Dakota.
With Yoko?
No, they have their own apartment. She's guano-free.
You ruined my lunch. Bats, elephants, Dumbledore, Dionne Warwick, the Bunker Hop Boys. What a hideous conversation.
I bought a crepe maker for my house in Malibu.
Shut up about that bat house.
You have become so unpleasant. What is the matter with you? I shouldn't have mentioned Yoko. I'm sorry.
I'll never forgive her for breaking up the Beatles. Never! And who are you?
I am your garçonnet privé.
Oh, I didn't notice you. Were you there the whole time?
Yes. Can I help you with anything? Caviar? Wine? Something stronger?
Do I know you?
I don't think so.
You seem familiar. Weren't you in West Side Story or something?
Yes, that was very sad.
Pay no attention to him. Now go get me my hash pipe, the silver one.
Yes, madame.
Okay. Let's have another Adderall Negroni.
How long have we been here?
3 days.
Really, I didn't notice. Have we had breakfast yet?
3 times.
Well, we should leave soon.
Oh, it's okay. I've rented it for the week.
Oh, I couldn't possibly stay here for a week.
I need to get back to Malibu.
I'll go with you.
No, you will not.
Well, I can't stay in the Salon Privé alone.
Why not? It's perfectly pleasant. It has all the amenities plus 2 garçonettes.
Let's leave.
It's 2 a.m. Where shall we go?
New York.
We are in New York.
Oh, right. Right, okay. I'll have another hamburger. What is that smoke? I smell gas. Are you gaslighting me? Where are we?
I told you we are in Stromboli, my dear.
The volcano? You told me we were in New York at the Four Seasons.
The Four Seasons closed years ago.
Stromboli? I must leave. You know very well, as a child, I was diagnosed with phobia vesuviana.
But this is Stromboli, my dear. Sit down.
It's erupting.
It's always erupting.
I must leave. You, Garçonette, get my car, the blue one, over there. Then we'll have to take a boat. You never told me we were on Stromboli. And stop playing that violin.
We always come to this restaurant.
Skip the Clams Casino. We're leaving. Run!